welcome to ComfortTV.channel. This is Entertainment Splash, your #1 spot for everything entertainment. From music to movie reviews, celebrity juice and gossip, updates on movie reviews, and of course, all things you like on entertainment. My name is Faith Kevin. Thanks for joining us, and let's dig into what we have for you today. First up on entertainment today is Sabrina Carpenter, who seems to be storming ahead in her album chart race with Man's Best Friend. Sabrina Carpenter could land her second consecutive #1 album this week with 7 studio set Man's Best Friend. The Pennsylvania singer-songwriter could also see 2024's Short and Sweet and 2023's LP Mails I Can Send in the top 10, with the latter skyrocketing 128 places midweek. The Sabrina hype is real and is here to stay. But summer festival favorite CMA's putting up a fight with latest project Euro Country lingering closely behind too. The Irish singer's third studio album could earn her a personal best this Friday following 2023 debut album chart entry Crazy Mad for Me. Canadian music legend Bryan Adams expects to see himself back in the charts with Roll with the Punches. Having previously scored 3 chart-topping albums, he also holds the record for longest consecutive reign at #1 in official single chart history, staying at the top for 16 weeks with the universally known Everything I Do It For You back in 1991. Swedish outfit The Hives are looking to score their 4th top 10 album with The Hives Forever, Forever the Hives. The popular band almost tasted #1 success for the first time with their last release, The Death of Randy Fitzsimmons in 2023. Until the top 20, and legendary singer and former The Go-Go's frontwoman Belinda Carlisle is back. Once Upon a Time in California would be her first top 20 studio album in the UK since 1996 release A Woman and a Man. Celebrating its 10th year anniversary last week, the eclectic Halsey returns to the top 20 with her debut album Badlands. Released when she was 20, the album previously peaked inside the top 10 and has been praised for its captivating blend of electronic and alt pop. Rock duo Novi Twins are here and looking to disrupt the top 40 with the powerful Parasite and Butterflies. This could mark a second UK official album chart entry for the pair following the top 40 success of Mercury Prize nominated Supernova in 2022. Celebrating 5 years of How I'm Feeling Now with a special clear glitter vinyl release, Charlie XCX sees her popular album back in the top 40 this week. Following the announcement of Ariana Grande's The Eternal Sunshine Tour, its namesake LP has hopped a whopping 48 places back into the top 40. Eternal Sunshine already received the #1 trophy on its initial release back last year. K-pop Demon Hunters could be spending a 5th non-consecutive week at #1 on this week's official single chart, with Golden tracking for the top spot once again. But can they see off competition from Sabrina Carpenter, who's set to sing 3 songs from the 7th studio album Man's Best Friend in this week's top 10? Latest single Tease leads the pack so far, eyeing a #2 debut. Tease could also be joined by My Man on Willpower and Sugar Talking. After selling out her first ever UK arena tour, Olivia Dean hopes to hold 3 tracks in the top 20. Man I Need, Nice to Each Other, and Sam Fender collab Rein Me In. Olivia's 2023 tune Dive could reach a new peak up 10 midweek. And finally, Rossi and Jazzy's Summer Smash High on Me could bag a new best this Friday. American girl group Fifth Harmony surprised unsuspecting fans when appearing on stage at the Jonas Brothers concert in Texas. This is the first time the quartet, Lauren Jarugui, Dina Jane, Ali Brooke, and Normani, have performed together since 2018 when they announced a hiatus. The group's previously dormant X account teased fans with the hashtag Fifth Harmony follow spree. Not long after, 5H then strutted out on stage at the Jonas Brothers gig and performed 2 of their most well-known tracks, Work From Home and Worth It, both of which made the UK singles chart top 10. They thanked the Jonas Brothers for the opportunity on their social media, stating that it felt amazing to reunite. Fans are eager to see more and hope this reunion will be the start of something new. Recall Fifth Harmony were formed on the US version of the X Factor in 2015 with their debut album Reflecting hitting the top 20 in the UK albums chart. A year later, former member Camila Cabello left the group to pursue a solo career. It brought her strong success, including 2 #1 singles, Havana and Shawn Mendes' duet, Señorita. Babyshambles have announced a special reunion tour to celebrate 20 years of their debut album, Down in Albion. This will be the indie band's first time performing in 10 years. The band comprising frontman Pete Doherty, Milk Whitenail, Drew McConnell and Adam Fisek will take the UK by storm, performing 10 shows this November and December. Down in Albion proved a popular release with the masses, displaying a melodic sound which was distinctively different from Doherty's previous project, Up the Bracket and the Libertines. While retaining that gritty raw feel, the album also charted inside the top 10. The album also charted inside the top 10 on the official album chart, peaking at number 10. For new album releases this September 2025, let's look out for dates for Cardi B, Ed Sheeran, Jade, Olivia Dean, and more. In the coming week, September 12, we have Ed Sheeran releasing Play, Jade with That's Showbiz Baby, Mimi Webb, Confessions, Callum Scott, Avenue, Derasmus, Weirdo, Sophie Elix Bextor, Perimenopop. September 19, Cardi B is set to release Am I the Drama, The Divine Comedy, Rainy Sunday Afternoon, Lola Young, I'm Only F-King Myself, and Wednesday with Bleed. September 26, Joy Crooks with Juniper, Mariah Carey, Here for It All, Olivia Dean, The Art of Loving, and Zara Larsson, Midnight Sun. Hooray! It's Ariana Grande's tour in 6 years. First tour in 6 years, Ariana Grande has officially announced her highly anticipated The Eternal Sunshine Tour. Ari is set to hit the stadiums and arenas across North America and the UK next summer. This new tour is in support of her 2024 album Eternal Sunshine, which peaked at #1 on the official albums chart and stayed there for 2 weeks. This moment is even more special as it marks Ari's first return to stage in 6 years. Her Sweden tour broke records at the time, drawing in over 1.3 million fans across nearly 100 shows. Ariana teased this upcoming tour on her social this week, stating, "See you next year," before unveiling the news. Tickets will initially go on sale on September 16 with an artist presale and OT priority presale at 10 a.m. BST. To participate in the artist presale, you can sign up, and the remaining tickets will be available during the general sale between September 18th. North American tickets are available as presale on September 9, and remaining tickets will go on general sale on September 10. Riri has caused a stir as she updated her social media profiles. Yeah, Rihanna has teased a surprise for fans. Rihanna has teased a surprise for fans to celebrate 20 years since her debut album, Music of the Sun. Riri updated her profile picture and her header and X with the titles of each of her previous albums, prompting speculation amongst fans gagging for a longer-awaited new record. With her last studio album, Anti, released almost a decade ago, could something be coming soon? Music of the Sun peaked at number 35 on its release in 2005, with the lead single Ponder Replay just missing out on top spot at number 2. Since then, she's earned 9 #1 singles and 4 chart-topping albums. Knockout. Tom Grennan makes it a hat trick of #1 albums as Everywhere I Went Led Me to Where I Didn't Want to Be becomes his 3rd consecutive chart topper. Straight In at the Summit, Tom's 4th studio album replicates the success of 2021's Everin Road and 2023's LP What Ifs and Maybes. His debut of 2018's Light in March is picked at number 5. Celebrating the news, Tom Grennan tells official charts it's amazing, it's nuts. He's proud of himself, team and fans as well. He said, we are the ones, or rather the fans are the ones that have stuck with him through thick and thin. And he says, this win isn't for him, but for the fans. Everywhere I Went Led Me to Where I Didn't Want to Be comes in at #1 on the official record store chart, to the most popular album of the last 7 days in UK independent record shops. It's a career best for Conan Gray as 4th studio collection Wishbone Net hits him a 3rd consecutive top 10 record. The Texan singer-songwriter previously enjoyed albums chart success with 2020 debut Kid Crow, 2020's Super 8, and 2024's release Found Heaven. Nottingham-formed rock outfit as December falls also bag a personal best today. Bethany and Andy Hunter Jimenez, Timmy Francis and Kieran Hegarty's fourth LP, Everything's on Fire But I'm Fine, becomes their first top 10. One Up in 2023 release joined the club. A one-year anniversary edition of Billie Eilish's 2024 chart topper Hit Me Hard and Soft sees it rocket back into the top 10 this week, up 1510. Electropop pioneer Alison Goldfrapp earns a second solo top 20 album with Flux following the success of 2023's The Love Invention. Travis Kelce is speaking out for the first time after he and Taylor Swift announced their engagement. During an episode of his and his brother's Jason Kelce's New Heights podcast, Travis first thanked everyone for sending their congratulations and for expressing the excitement over the news. He says it's been really fun telling everybody who I'm going to be spending the rest of my life with. Swift and Kelce recently made their first public outing as an engaged couple at the Cincinnati, Nebraska football game. The appearance marked a milestone for Kelce as he shared that it was the first time he introduced Swift as his fiancée. When Jason asked if Travis had any proposal advice to share, Travis simply said, "Know your partner." Recall that last Tuesday, Swift took to Instagram to share the news of their engagement. In a collection of photos, Kelce is shown getting down on one knee in a rose garden, with others showing the couple embracing as Swift wore her diamond engagement ring. The happy couple captioned photos of their engagement, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married." The post quickly broke Instagram records after Meta revealed that the post has surpassed 1 million reposts on the social media website. The engagement on the post is more than any other post has received on the social media website, according to data obtained by Billboard. Not only did their joint post earn the most amount of reposts ever, but they also managed to achieve the record in just 6 hours after the announcement was shared. The post earned 14 million likes just 1 hour after it was shared and has 36 million likes at the time of this broadcast, and has way over 36 million likes at the time of this broadcast. Alright, moving on to Nigeria, let's bring you some movie news. Nollywood has never shied away from legal drama, but the new Netflix film, Devil is a Liar, has stirred up massive controversy for how it misrepresents Nigerian law. The Inse Ikpe Etem-led drama tells the story of a toxic marriage gone awry, but its treatment of double jeopardy and divorce has lawyers raising red flags. The film implies that someone charged with attempted murder cannot later be tried for murder of the same person, something Lagos-based firm Lekan Bamidele & Co. quickly corrected. Attempted murder and murder are not the same offense. While some might see these as a harmless artistic license, critics argue that Nollywood has a responsibility to get legal principles right, lest audiences walk away misinformed. The debate points to a larger question: should Nollywood hire legal consultants the way Hollywood often does? Meanwhile, in the US, a lawsuit against Amazon has exposed a frustrating truth about digital film ownership. You don't actually own the movies you buy on Prime Video. The class action argues that Amazon misleads customers by using the word buy when what they really get is a revocable license. Plaintiff Lisa Regnault, for example, says she paid over $20 for a show only for it to vanish from her library when licensing agreements shifted. California law recently banned such practices, saying a purchase must equal unrestricted ownership. If successful, this lawsuit could reshape how streaming platforms advertise digital content and serve as a reminder that physical DVDs may outlast our digital libraries. On a brighter note, Nollywood's box office queen Funke Akindele announced her next holiday blockbuster behind the scenes set for December 2025. The film features an ensemble of cast including Toby Bakare, Scarlett Gomez, Inidima Ukoji, Iyabo Ojo, Destiny Etiko, and Uzo Arukwe. December has long been Akindele's territory. Omogeto, The Saga 2020, Battle on Booker Street 2022, and A Tribe Called Judah 2023. Each smashed office records. Each smashed box office records, with the latter becoming the first Nollywood film to cross 1 billion naira. All eyes are on whether behind the scenes will continue her domestic dominance. Beverly Osu, Linda Ejiofor Suleiman, and more step out in cultural futurism at the Serpent's Gift premiere. The Serpent Gift celebrates Igbo culture and African spirituality with performances from Stan Nze, Tina Mba, and Linda Ejiofor Suleiman. At the premiere of The Serpent's Gift, the cast turned the red carpet into a runway for cultural futurism. There were bold headpieces, sculptural tailoring, and prints that nodded to ancestry while feeling distinctively now. The film stars arrived as if to say our heritage isn't static, it evolves. That's the simple spirit running through the film itself. An award-nominated psychological thriller rooted in Igbo spirituality, Ijele, The Serpent's Gift. It follows the messy fallout of Nduka's sudden death. He's a wealthy businessman with an empire and a young widow, Ijoma, whose presence throws his family into turmoil. Betrayal, inheritance, and prophecy collide in a story that's part spiritual reckoning, part domestic drama. Well, I bring you great news. Nigeria's creative industry has gained global recognition earlier this year. Remember that? When My Father's Shadow became the first Nigerian film selected for the official lineup of the prestigious Cannes Film Festival. Well, the Minister of Art, Culture, Tourism, and the Creative Economy, Hannatu Musawa, hosted the film's co-producer, Fumbi Ogunbawo, in her Abuja office to celebrate the milestone and explore opportunities for the Nigerian film sector. Ogunbawo, Chief Executive Officer of Fatherland Productions, was joined by Mr. Ayomide Adiagbo, Special Assistant to the President on Arts, Culture, and Creative Economy, and Morian Ajaga, Special Advisor to the President on the courtesy visit. The Cannes recognition of My Father's Shadow is a breakthrough for Nollywood. Long regarded as one of the world's premier film festivals, Cannes selection of a Nigerian production underscores the growing global appeal of Nigerian cinema. The film was produced by Fatherland Production and examines themes of family, identity, and cultural heritage. Nollywood legends and a hip-hop star have united for one of Nigeria's most ambitious animated features. M.I. Abaga, the renowned rapper, takes on his first lead voice role as the titular character in Gami and the Living Things, which is already showing in cinemas as of September 5th. He is joined by an all-cast star including veteran actors Joke Silva, Pet Edochie, and popular comedian Bovi Uboma. The film, according to a statement, centers on Gami, an ambitious Agama lizard with big dreams who embarks on an unforgettable journey to Lagos. The story weaves together humor, music, and heartwarming themes, capturing relatable struggles and uplifting cultural narratives. Film One Entertainment, the official distributor, has hailed the project as a major milestone for Nigerian cinema. Victoria Oga, Film One's head of distribution, said it is proof that African animation can stand tall on big screens. Kene Okosa, Group CEO of Filmhouse Group, emphasized the film's role in the broader vision of scaling Nollywood and giving it global visibility. He said, bringing Gami and the Living Things to cinemas is another example of pushing boundaries, investing in new genres, and making sure African creativity has the platform it deserves. Well, before we wrap up on the Nigerian movie scene, let's bring you some of the movies bringing in the heat this September. I'm going to give you a lineup of movies and series that promise heart-pounding action, soul-stirring drama, and captivating stories. Over the Bridge, released September 5, is a gripping corporate thriller that follows Folarin, an ambitious man whose life unravels after a financial scandal. This cautionary tale exposes the perils of greed and corruption, resonating deeply with the Nigerians' real-world financial struggles. In another movie, Dara, also released September 5, we find TikTok star Dara, who steps into the spotlight as a student navigating the chaos of campus life in Port Harcourt. Caught in a whirlwind of toxic romance, courtesy, and violence, he finds solace in dance and strength in passion, but one wrong move could cost him everything. Next movie is Gami and the Living Things, also released September 5. In this lively animated adventure, Gami, an Agama lizard, ditches the slow life of the hinterland for Lagos' fast-paced streets. Next up is A Weekend Fiasco, also released September 5. Samuel Olatunji's A Weekend Fiasco follows a wife seeking a break from her troubled marriage. only for her weekend getaway with a new film to spiral into chaos with unexpected twists and familiar faces. Next up is Amanyanabo, the Eagle King, to be released September 12th. Chosen by the goddess, Tamunoba Ibanichuka rises as king of Okrika, facing betrayal, war, and clashing fates to unite his people. This epic tale stars Nkemowo, Mona Lisa Chinda, Koka, Walter Anga, Uju Okoli, Lucien Morgan, Gentle Jack, and Columbus Irisanga. It premieres, as I told you, on September 12th, delivering a grand, culturally rich story. The next movie on the list is The Waiter, Part 2, to also be released September 12th. In this movie, Akpos is back in a hilarious new adventure, taking the job as a waiter at Crystal Hotel for an event hosted by the Minister of Poverty Alleviation. Chaos ensues as he stumbles into a scheme meant to help the underprivileged. Features A.Y. Makun, Deyemi Okanlawo, Regina Daniels, Toke Makinwa, Shafi Bello, Kunle Remi, Bucci Franklin, and Williams Uchemba. The next movie is My Father's Shadow, premiering September 19th. Set against the backdrop of the 1993 presidential election, My Father's Shadow follows brothers Remi and Akin as they spend a day in Lagos with their estranged father. Folarin, co-written by Davis Jr. and Wale Davies, the film stars Sokwe Dirisu, Godwin Chimiri Ebo, Chibwike Marvelous Ebo, Uzoamaka Anyuno, and Winifred Ifon. This poignant drama premieres in cinemas on September 19, 2025. Next on our lineup is Ibobo the Blind Seer. A blind man with an extraordinary vision guides his community through secrets and challenges in Ibobo. Directed by Godwin Onwuneme Obiora. The film features Pete Edochie, Nkemowo, Alex Osifo, Gideon Okeke, Ebele Okaro, Uloma Eze, Christopher Omeyi, and Vaji Lawal. So catch this thought-provoking story in cinemas nationwide on September 19th, 2025. And finally, we have Yemi Morafa's Ginger, bringing a vibrant mix of drama and flair, starring Wumi Toriola, Kiki, Bolaji Ogumola, and Bisola Ayola, also executive producer. Joined by Shafi Bello, Odunlade Adekola, Adedimeji Latif, Timini Egbuson, Blossom, Chukwujiku, Shama Aga, Kamo, Adebowale Adedayo, and Emeka Okoye. This lively film hits Nigerian cinemas on September 25, 2025. The historical epic Osamede is set to make its U.S. festival debut at the Silicon Valley African Film Festival in California. Directed by James Omokwe and executive produced by Lillian Olubi, the film brings to life the story of a young orphan girl who must embrace her destiny and rise as the hero of the Beni Kingdom in its darkest hour. Written by Lolo Eremi, Osamide stars Iviye Okujaye in this title role with William Benson, Lexan Isosa Peters, Tosin Adeyemi, Etinosa Idemudia, Paul Obazele, Lancelot Odua, Emashion, and Imasuen, and Alexander Bott rounding out the cast. The project marks another significant step for Nollywood on the global stage, following the film's showcase at AfroCons earlier this year. Alright, there's a big link up. We're looking at Odumodublvck, Davido, and Seun Kuti. Yes, they're coming together and they're set to drop a new single, Grooving, real soon. The announcement was shared through a lively social media clip, and it's already stirring excitement among fans across the industry. The song is said to be a rich fusion of sound. Odumodublvck's gritty Afrobeats meets drill style, Davido's globally recognized pop-driven Afrobeat, and Seun Kuti's pure Afrobeat energy, deeply rooted in the legacy of his father, the late Fela Kuti. In a short video teasing the track, the trio can be seen in what looks like a studio hangout. Davido and Odumodublvck vibe to the beat, pointing at the camera and laughing with friends, while a plate of grilled food rests casually on the table. Seun Kuti also makes a brief but memorable appearance, smiling and engaging in the vibrant atmosphere. The clip radiates good energy and hints at strong chemistry among the artists, with a bold title, Grooving, and the words "out soon" flashing on the screen. Fans can expect the release any moment now. Fans of Afrobeats can mark their calendars as Fields and Fireboy DML are teaming up to release their joint EP, piece by piece on September 26, 2025. The announcement of the release date has sent social media into a frenzy, confirming one of the most anticipated collaborations of the year. The news was shared alongside a striking video teaser, which features the two artists on a serene beach at sunset, with a snippet of a new track playing in the background. The visuals and music hint at a project that promises both emotional depth and infectious rhythms, perfectly capturing the essence of the EP's title. Fans have long hoped for the two talents to join forces, and the release date's confirmation now makes that dream a reality. Although the full track list and guest feature has yet to be released, the teaser alone has fueled excitement across social media, with fans speculating about the sound and themes of the project. Piece by Piece is already shaping up to be one of the most standout releases of 2025, and music lovers are eagerly counting down to the days until they hear the full EP. Well, that's the much we can bring you on Entertainment Splash today. I'm your girl, Faith Kevin. This is ComfortTV.channel. Remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and give our notification bell a hit so that the next time we keep an update, you get notified. Thanks for watching and see you next time.